golf is a lot more fun, and I do find I play better when I drive the ball well. It's funny. I'm gonna have to study that correlation a little bit more.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, or I should say welcome to, I think this is the first. We're going to call these the NLU house meetings. We got done with our What's in the Bag video at the end of last year, presented by our good friends at Acushnet, Titleist, and FootJoy. And I think we all had such a fun time just kind of chatting about our golf games. We're like, you know what, we got to put meetings on the schedule, Neil. Otherwise they don't happen. You got to have it on the calendar. We're going to do 4 of these at least this year, quarterly house meetings, checking in on people's games. How's everybody doing? Neil, you doing all right?
Doing good.
Baby watch?
Yeah, you're catching me before fatherhood, which is great. Goals now could change very quickly. So excited, love talking goals, and I'm fired up to be here.
Can we already, like, as fatherhood is pending here shortly, do you want to revisit at all your travel goals with your newborn as the day gets closer? That you said in the Trap Drop pod.
God,
any adjustments?
It's so rattled.
You offended
talking
people,
about
Neil.
this for weeks.
I think my goal was to do a quarterly trip with my wife within driving distance of New York.
It was take 4 trips with the newborn, right?
Yeah, okay. We're going to Portugal for a week with the newborn.
Whoa.
Flights are booked, baby. We're doing it. We're living our truth, Solly. My in-laws are coming with me. My in-laws are helping, so that's the
he's got the au pair.
Well, no, I got a wedding. We got a wedding. One of Carson's friends getting married in Spain, so yeah, we're gonna make a trip out of it. Take the kid international. Got to get that passport. Hold the baby up at the post office for the passport pick. But I mean, yeah, we're gonna try to hit our goals. Are they good goals? That will be something we discuss on next year's Trap Draw.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't also welcome in NLU's newest father, Ben, fresh off a new baby of his own. Congratulations. Everybody doing all right? Everybody sleeping? Everybody living okay?
Yeah, everybody's dialed. We're doing great. Baby's sleeping. Neil, live it, baby. You got this. You can bring that baby wherever you want. Just be ready for some hectic moments. That's all it is. You'll be fine.
And I'll tell the audience, we got some baby gear in the works. All it took was for the czar to have his own kid on the way. Finally listen to the people. So look out for some onesies and some toddler gear coming soon to store.nolayingup.com.
We've got baby gear and we've got Columbia football t-shirts. That's what it feels like people really want these days. All right, let's kick this meeting off. Any new business anybody wants to nominate? Anything we need to talk about? Otherwise, we can go through a couple video projects we got coming up.
I don't know. I mean,
you know what? I got something.
Yeah, bring it, TC.
The Air TCs.
Yeah. Look at how TC is
doing it. We're doing it. These will be available to order. I don't know the details. Casey knows the details, but I'm just the wild, wacky, creative mind behind you.
Yeah, the TC specials will be coming sometime in April for you to pre-order via FootJoy, My Joys. So stay tuned.
Fantastic. Congratulations to Casey and John on the move. If you're around the municipal golf courses of the greater Las Vegas area, you may have 2 new transplants looking for a game out there. Other things, other upcoming projects. You mentioned Tourist Sauce. We've got that. That is going to debut. I'm going to put the date out there just so we have to hit the date. April 17th. Look for it. Season 9, Tourist Sauce Australia on the channel, April 17th. Very, very pumped about that. We have some other film room type of stuff coming. Solly played the Gasparilla recently, a staple of our YouTube channel. We've got the 2024 edition of that coming out there. I don't know if we got a date on that one, Ben, but watch this space. And then other stuff, we've got some Nest exclusive videos, so you're not going to see that on our YouTube channel. But Neil, you want to talk about what we got cooking there?
Yes, we're doing a little director's cut of season 4. So Ireland, just some behind the scenes stuff never seen. Some of our favorite clips with some commentary from George Truly right here. So look out for that. If you're a Nest member, you can find that on our website in the Nest section.
All right. Well, if there is no more new business, we're going to get into our agenda here. First thing I wanted to do is just some basic level setting. Let's talk about where the game is. Let's talk about what people might see this year. Let's start with Casey. Casey, we're going to start in the corner down with you, and we'll go around the horn from there. So we're going to go name, handicap, favorite club in the bag, go-to pair of shoes, and 4 words to describe your golf game right now.
Handicap is holding steady at 18.1.
I was like, oh shit.
Due to the fact that, we can't post anything right now where I live. Usually by this time of the year, I've had at least 10, 12 rounds in of winter golf, and I've played golf exactly once since New Year's Eve. So every other waking moment has been NLU or packing or getting this house ready for sale and etc. Right. So favorite club in the bag. I go back and forth between my 6 hybrid, which I do everything with, and like my 8 iron. I just love my 8 iron. It goes exactly the distance. I mean, everything goes exactly the distance that I need it to go, but that one I was flushing it very well the other week. So and now I'm forgetting what the other 2 questions were.
Go-to pair of shoes.
Shoe, Hyperflex, BOA. It's
not having performance minded.
Yeah.
Lock those feet in. I love it.
For speed.
It's just like I don't have to worry about tying the damn shoes anymore, which is kind of nice. So I'm like a 4-year-old with my nephew just learned how to tie his shoes, and I'm like, just wait till you're really older, then you do away with laces again. So.
I never thought about that. Like I should buy my kids BOA shoes.
Yeah.
I tie so many pairs of shoes every day.
Yeah.
All right, 4 words to describe your golf game.
Not playing golf a lot.
It's 5.
That's 5.
No, it's a lot.
The
It's a lot
English teacher
too.
of me would say a lot is 2 words.
Damn it.
Not playing golf much.
Not playing
Much.
golf.
There we go. Much.
Cody, let's go to you. Let's go to you next.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Cody McBride. Thank you for having me on this program. I'm still a 3. Who would have thought? That's where I finished the year at. That's where I'm still at. Favorite club is I've loved my wedges. My 58 was my baby last year. New SM10s that we got. Plus, I don't know if people can see that. We got a little NLU laser action going on in there.
Shout out to our guy, Aaron.
Wow.
Shout out to Aaron. Went with the Zemi stamp. I got him actually stamped this year. Zemi, the oldest, because she's a bad girl. So I think about that all the time. Not the way that any other people that aren't parents think about bad girls. It's because she tends to get in a lot of trouble. Favorite club in my bag. Shoes, of course. I'm a Premier Series guy. I love the Wilcoxes. I think I'm going to try to get them in like every colorway possible. Deej, what I will say is that I feel like I'm in a good place. I set a goal for this year. Part of my golf goals was to put, actual hours of practice down. I put that at 6 hours a week. And I've been putting in the time, not only for my golf goals, my physical goals as well. A lot of that's been garage, swinging into the nets, getting my, I got a new, KVV wrote an awesome article about all the crazy gadgets that we've purchased. I need to say this since, we're recording this the beginning of March. I think I'm already up to like 4 new gadgets to help. The newest thing got by my guy, the Dew Sweeper, sent me a pivot pack. So I've been working my pivot out in the garage, trying to get all.
Made a big impact on you then. Steer away from training aids.
Yeah, I didn't finish the piece, but I liked the beginning about buying all the aids. Yeah.
Listen, I liked all the affiliate links you left in there for me.
Future content, KVV. That's what we're doing here. So I'm grinding with my pivot pack, and it's a work in progress weekly. So those are my 4 words I'm going with, but I'm here. I'm excited for a big year.
6 hours of practice a week is a ton. That's great.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I practiced 6 hours all of last year.
Nor did I. Last year, I played less than 20 rounds of golf, and I think I'm already up to 7 rounds this year, which I'm feeling pretty good about.
Nice.
Well, speaking of putting in the time, nobody gets after it out on the range harder than our guy, Big Randy. I got to see the driver in action last week in Phoenix, which was always a thrill. Randy, hello, hi, how are you? Please give us your answers.
Hey, thanks. I didn't know whether, when you were asking for new news, whether to bring up my win in that 9-point game the other week.
God, it was impressive.
Us and Big T. But yeah, my name is Randy. I am an 8 handicap.
Hey, Elmo, Randy. My
favorite club, DJ mentioned it. The driver, feeling really good with the driver right now. It's a TSR 1. It's a 12.5 degree driver. This thing is set up for my supreme comfort and hitability, continuing to send those drives out of a much higher window than I've ever been used to in my life. So golf is a lot more fun, and I do find I play better when I drive the ball well. It's funny. I'm gonna have to study that that correlation a little bit more. Let's see what else is on the list. Oh, my shoes. So I'm opting totally for comfort. My go-to shoes right now are a pair of FootJoy Flex series shoes. I have them in gray, very comfortable, can get in and out, great for walking. What else? Oh, my golf game right now, my 4 words. I actually only I kind of only need to see, or I only need 3. I feel like my golf game is back into hibernation. And I say that I feel like I came out, did the tourist sauce thing. I've played a couple extraneous rounds, and now we're back into hibernation. We saw our shadow, 6 more weeks of winter. I don't anticipate my next round of golf. Well, we're recording this the beginning of March, probably not till mid-April at the earliest. So, you know, we're back. We're going to get some mental reps between now and then, and we'll see what spring and summer bring.
Hell yeah. Thank you for sharing, Big. TC in speed mode. What do you got?
Yeah. My current handicap, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna tighten this up. Current handicap and 4 words. I'm gonna combine these 2 things. I am soft capped right now, okay? I'm at 3.8 right now, which is up about 3 strokes from where I was. It's mostly just because the 65 fell off from last year. And, you know, got a bunch of scores in like the mid to high 70s. So haven't been playing bad golf. I put a new putter in the bag. It's the same one I had before, just it's the Newport, or sorry, the Super Select Squareback 2. So it's a little bit wider than the other one. A little bit, you know, kind of more oomph behind it. I feel like my distance control has been better. Keeps this squared up through the zone a little bit longer. So go-to pair of shoes. Listen, I'm going on a trip this week. I'm bringing the traditions. The premieres are great. This time of year, though, you know, it's a little bit soggy out there in places, a little bit wet. The traditions are my ultimate kind of road trip or golf trip shoe, where they're impenetrable as far as moisture. They're so comfy, and they go with anything. And then favorite club in the bag right now has got to be, I think it's my 58 degree. My wedge game, my sand game has gotten so much better since the SM9s and even now with the SM10s. I've got a D grind in my 54, and then we went out in this T grind. It's been a complete game changer for me. I feel like I'm driving an ATV. Or, you know, like I'm going from like 2-wheel drive to I have an ATV with all weather tires on it, and I can do anything I want out of the bunkers. It's great. That was the highlight of the Australia trip, was just the bunker play, like being able to maneuver the ball out of those things. So,
well, heading to the bottom of the screen, Ben, let's go to you next. Now complete with dad strength.
Yes, exactly, and perspective. My name is Ben. Don't call me Hollywood Hoteling. My handicap is still a plus 2.4. Same thing. Not a lot of posting going on, but we did post one March 1st. We got to post, and did not affect me in any direction. Favorite club in the bag, driver, of course. What else would it be? Go-to pair of shoes. I'm gonna, go the way of TC. I'm gonna give you an answer, but also give you a little more. Wilcox whites with the long tube socks. That's my vibe for all of 2024. And for walking rounds and competitive rounds, we're doing the Hyperflex carbons. I love both of them equally, but they serve different purposes for me. 4 words, I would say rusty, but on schedule. It's not great. Feels a little bit like an odd object in my hand, but ball's still coming out the window, so I think we're okay.
Hell yeah. KVV.
Did you know during the Civil War, when they'd like send back letters to their families, be like, the campaign is not going well.
Prospect looks bleak today.
I'm here to report that the campaign is not going well for me at the moment. I am, like Casey, not allowed to post scores at the moment. So at the end of the year, I was a 9.2. I would bet that I'm playing like a 15 right now. I am completely lost. It's a really bleak, really tough scene. I had a couple I had one round where I shot over 100 in the darkest depths of winter. Now it was like 38 degrees, but I just can't quite find a move back to the ball. I would say my favorite club at the moment is my putter. And imagine how bleak it would be if I wasn't putting relatively well. I switched to a blade to the Newport 2 Plus after messing around with the 5.5 last year. I really feel a lot better with the putter in my hands at the moment. And 4 words to describe my game, I would say right now, is all arms, much sadness. So I did take a lesson last week. I'm hopeful that we've bottomed out somehow and we're sort of starting to turn the corner. The teacher was very nice. She was just like, yeah, we need to like just go and let's put the club down and let's just go sit in the grass for a second and rock back and forth and feel a connection to the ground again. And let's really start basics all over. So that's kind of where we are at the moment.
I'd be working with Randy's instructor, just getting
Mental
those mental reps.
Yeah,
I don't need any mental misreps because there's a lot of glancing blows right now.
Well, God, Neil or Solly, which of you has a better news to pull us out of the depths of that?
Why don't I go then? Yeah, hi haters. Hickorito here. Handicap is currently at a 4.4, which I don't know if reflects. I feel like my game feels pretty solid after a long hiatus off. Favorite club in the bag currently, I'm 58 degree. I have the same tee grind that TC does, low bounce, and I just feel like from our what's in the bag video, I was really struggling with how those wedges sat like too fat off the turf when the face was open, and this is like totally. I just really like the way the club looks at address, and so it makes me look forward to hitting it, and just instills a lot of confidence in me pre-shot. So I've really enjoyed the new SM10, all the wedges, but mainly the 58 degree. Go-to pair of shoes. The TCs got a lot of run down under, but the Tanimals, both the Hyperflex Tanimals and the
Birchwoods, I think, right?
Yeah, Birchwood. I'm going to call them Tanimals, but the Birchwoods.
If somebody's looking to buy them,
if someone's looking for them,
under the Tanimals.
Maybe we can flash a picture up. Both the Hyperflex ones and the Traditions. I feel like that tan color. Felt like I could do a lot with that with my outfits. A little bit of subtle pop down on the feet. So was feeling those. 4 words to describe my game: we lie in wait, and we will discuss that a little bit with our goals coming up.
Solly, please.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. This is peak-ish golf season here in Florida. This is kind of right around this time is when it starts to go downhill for me once players and all the majors start. So the game has actually been really good since our last report on this. I've had 3 lessons since November. My handicap has moved from a 2.1 to a plus 0.8 in that time period, which I still feel very good about my game. I had a tournament result recent. It wasn't fantastic. It wasn't what we were looking for, but that'll be a whole separate video. It makes me say, my 4 words to describe my game right now is dangerous and still coming. Like I got more room to go. I do not think I'm leveling out here, and I think I can get to my lowest handicap ever this year. I really do think so. So
you know what? I was going back watching some of the new Full Swing season. JT shot 81 at the U.S. Open. He made the fucking Ryder Cup team.
Totally.
It can. I'm saying, like, get ready for Bethpage is what I'm saying. I think you're there.
I think you meant Jay Tizzle, but
Jay Tizzle.
Solly is not adjusting guidance slower for shareholders right now. He's saying no. We have some things coming in the back half of the year.
Listen, I had a goal of breaking par 10 times this year. I've done it 3 times this year already, with the 2 times going 4 under or lower, which was something a gear I did not have last year. And was 1 shot off of a career low just a couple of months ago. So go-to shoes are I knew my answer was going to be taken here, but the Tanimal collection, the Birchwood collection from the Hyperflex Carbons is the one that sits in my trunk and is like the go-to. And the favorite club in the bag, T200 2-iron. I had my guy JJ came back from our first Australia trip with Ben, knowing I needed something to get off the tee down there, something to get running, something to just get a ball and play. My long game is still like not quite where I want it to be. I told him, make me a club that cannot go high. And he put a low spin shaft in it, and it is just been a weapon. It goes so far. It ran forever down in Australia. It was great for Palmacia, kind of getting off the tee on some of those shorter fours and just trying to find the fairway. I'm obsessed with this club. It flies low, goes straight, and it can go really far when I want to swing it hard as well. I'm at one of the favorite clubs I've ever owned is this T200 2-iron.
It's a weapon. It's unfortunate for his opponents. It is a weapon. We've seen it now a couple times. All right, I'll round us out. Coming to you live from Milwaukee in my 6.4 handicap. Favorite club in the bag. I'm going to echo the driver TSR2. I feel like I'm driving it better than I have in many years. Excited about that. Go-to pair of shoes. Tron, I'm with you on the traditions. I just got a new pair for 2024. I'm excited. We'll probably wear them every day. And forwards to describe my golf game, pretty simple, but I just said dramatic peaks and valleys. I feel like I have, when it's going, it'll probably get going. It kind of hit like cruising speed, maybe 3 times a year, 4 times a year. I'm just like, okay, this is okay. All the crap is out of my head. We're just playing golf. Like, this is who I am. This totally is great. And I feel like I'm a scratch player. And I just have some of the most just brain dead stretches that are just impossible to shake, where KVV, I'm with you, where I'm just like, God, am I going to break 100 today? Like, who the fuck is this guy? And so yeah, just wide swath of golf from me in 2023. So hoping to maybe
a lot of room for wow there, Deej.
Yeah.
Just dramatic landscapes for you.
Exactly. A dramatic meeting of land and sea, as I kept saying in Australia. It's just 2 tectonic plates slamming against each other. And the result is breathtaking. But it's
I might start calling you Juan de Fuca.
Yeah. Just it's Treasure Island stuff on my end. Robert Louis Stevenson. But it's that's where I'm at. So I think that kind of rounds it out. We've got a couple quick hitters here. We don't need to linger on these too long. Ben, we'll catch you later. We don't need to linger on these too long, but let's do favorite round of 2023. Who wants to kick this one off?
I can go first.
Sure.
The first one that came to mind was during the Pebble Beach Pro-Am, the round actually at Pebble Beach, which spanned 2 days. Playing I was actually playing really well. Getting to play with Bill Murray on a Saturday at Pebble Beach. The wind started absolutely whipping on the back 9 as we turned the corner, and there was just a shitload of people out there watching it. Unfortunately, I had to sit and wait in a car for 3 hours, but we got delayed. Came back to finish the final 2 holes. In the peace and quiet the following morning, Sunday morning, my dad on the bag. That was a highlight round of the year for 2023 for me.
Neil, what do you got?
If simple one, I think we talked about it on our goals pod. The round that TC and I played, the match we played against our parents or with our parents when my mom was getting, I think, 38 strokes off of TC. Was awesome. And then I think she ended up winning like 1 up. So the handicap system works, which is a ton of fun. Peg likes to hit cups, but my goal this year, one of my goals is to get home and play more with my mom and dad.
I love it. Cody, what do you got?
Yeah, I talked a lot about our trips that we took last summer, and I think I focus there each time, and still it's kind of a pinch me moment that we got to go to a certain golf course in the Sandhills of Nebraska. It's something that I'll never forget about. Hope that I get to go back there, and I've gushed on that a lot. But I'm going to turn the focus here because I think my favorite round that I had last year was up against the big guy. And we were out at the Woke Zone, Woking Golf Club in right outside of London. And the big guy, he was talking about having that driver dialed. He used that thing like a weapon all over that golf course. And it set up perfect for his right to left ball flight. And I think he ended up clipping me like 2-1 or something like that. It was a tough L by me, but it was an awesome day at a beautiful golf course. And it was the first time that really like the Heathland side of golf really popped was at the Woke Zone there. And shout out to one of the best patios in golf.
Yeah, I might as well piggyback that because that's where I'm going to end up. Leading contenders, tough to beat a day out at Pine Valley, Splash World TC. Nice to see how the 1% live with one of my favorite golf writers, Michael Bamberger. That was truly a special day. But playing with Cody on just a lovely, picturesque English evening at Woking Golf Club, just in terms of being relaxed and having fun and having a beer on the patio afterwards. It was as good as golf gets. So Cody, I wish I could shake your hand through this camera, but that was my favorite round as well. Great call.
Go woke, go bloke.
100%. You know, I drove the first green, not a very long opening 4 there, but I drove the whole 3-putted for par, and I was like, this isn't going to be a very good time with Randy. And he just uses his strokes that he gets so precisely. Awesome day.
Someone I was playing with this year started calling strokes diapers, and it just made me laugh so hard. It might have been Gretchen Johnson, I think. It was just like, man, you're really using your diapers well today. I was like, that's pretty emasculating, but yeah, I'm gonna steal that. That's a pretty funny term. TC, let's hear about your top 30 of the year.
Yeah, I'm struggling to.
Of course you are struggling to pick one.
Struggling to narrow it down, guys. Gosh.
You had the agenda for 4 days.
I know, and I've come up with 15 different rounds that I love, and I don't want to offend anybody. You know what a nice round was? I haven't really talked about it. I went out to Tulsa and I played with Bunky at Southern Hills, and we just had a great day. It was cold. The place is hard, but any day spent with Bunky Perkins is a day well spent. I'll just say that.
I love it. That's fantastic.
Plus, you made it out of the parking lot. That some people that doesn't happen at Southern Hills.
Would encourage people to Google that one.
And then I went to Omni Fields Ranch afterwards and played horrible golf for like 2 or 3 days after that. I played so bad.
That was a brutal stretch of golf. Very fun stretch of golf, but not good scores. Let me go next just to round out our top row here. I will. I've mentioned this a couple times, but we did this golf marathon in Wisconsin this year where we played the top 10 public courses in the state over 2 days. And the last one was at Erin Hills, which is one of my favorite places on the planet. Picturesque night. It was our 5th round of the day, trying to walk that, beast of a golf course like before the sun went down, and had a bunch of friendly people out there coming to watch the finish, and had a really good back nine. And I think that one's going to be pretty hard to beat. So it should be some video stuff coming out about that in the near term here. But KVV, what do you got?
I went to Forest Dunes this year for my annual buddies trip, and I played a pretty good round on the red course there. I'm still not sure quite how I feel about the reversible aspect of Forest Dunes, but it's probably the best I played all year. But I would say because I stink at golf, I've started to live vicariously through my kid, who is better at golf, and she started playing some tournament golf this year, and she had a couple rounds this year that I really had a blast just sort of caddying for her and watching her smoke a 3-wood, to get on a green and stuff, and beat some much older boys was a really highlight for me. So I'll continue to live vicariously through her long, fluid, flexible swing as opposed to my janky, broken, sad one.
KVV, I want to throw you a bone here. I think you're talking about the Loop course. I don't want any of these Pride Michigan people jumping in your keister about it.
That's right, the Loop.
Dope might sent you an email.
Case, where are you going?
I think I mentioned this on one of the pods last year, but the Roost Club Championship, the round on Sunday morning, I just had a really good crew of people, and it was so relaxing, and it was just a great walk at Sweetens, and we all played really well, and it was just it's not necessarily the golf, but just it was very good vibes, and it was just beautiful morning, and probably my favorite round last year. So
Ben, bring us home.
It's like he's shocked by the question. Caught him unprepared.
Well, we'll get back to Ben when he comes back around here at some point. But let's start looking forward. We're going to start looking forward to 2024. A couple questions here. We can go through them quick. But what is your number one top of the blackboard goal for your golf game in 2024? Who's jumping at Cody? Let's go to you. You're practicing 6 hours a week. You're doing all kinds of stuff. I know you got to have your goals well organized.
I'm gonna let Benjamin back in here as well. Number one goal for myself this year is we're gonna hold a club championship, and I think there's been a lot of talk between the the low handicap folk. And that's cool that their little app tells them certain scores. But when I show up at tournaments, they don't seem to hang those numbers. And I saw that firsthand at Fields Ranch. There's some 80s out there and everything. And I don't even think they were low NLU members. I'm going to win the NLU Club Championship that Aaron Hills is graciously hosting for us in May. And that's it. So that's where I'm at, Deej.
God,
it's all your response.
Solid next.
Fascinated with the look on your face right now.
I got a list too. My list, the pen is actually it's red lipstick. I just keep crossing people out every time somebody makes a little comment. KVV said this. Oh, yep.
I didn't say shit.
Neil chimed in on this podcast here. You know,
hey, we're straight, Cody. You and I are straight.
Who are these scores you're referring to from Fields Ranch, by the way? Who was the is this a shots fired at Ben?
Should be.
Okay.
Ben's like, yeah, pump me full of lead, baby.
God, that's good stuff. All right, well, just to put a bow on that, like you mentioned, we're doing our club championship in May at Aaron Hills. So it'll be all 9 of us just straight up stroke play. May the best person win. Yeah, real golf.
No diapers.
No diapers.
No diapers.
Body training, baby.
And it's going to be a 36-hole tournament. We're going to cut to the top 4 for the final round. So you got to play. You got to really golf your ball to make the cut. And Cody apparently is going to win.
You can put me down now for the game story on that one. Then we're cutting to the top 4.
We got you an early checkout, KVV, for fun. Get that Delta flight back.
I just don't want to come in last. I want to beat somebody.
Okay, there's a lot of midfield, lot of storylines in the
first tee.
I think there's interesting themes all the way through the bracket here.
There is. It's like looking at the F1 grid, man. Nobody likes seeing fucking Red Bull and Mercedes win all the time. All right. I think I would say that the Neil, myself, Deej, we're coming from the middle of the pack, trying to make something happen.
Sure. I mean, it's also stroke play, right? It's 18 holes of stroke play. Someone can make it 10 out there. Who knows?
Sure.
I have so many mental plans that I'm going to start to deploy as well. Just sinking in people's heads.
I go next. I had on
Yeah.
my goals, trying to be kind to myself this year, make sure we play some golf. And that starts with signing up for these MGA, Met Golf Association events. Sign up was
signing
up.
Wait a second. That is not a goal.
I know. So I'm adding to that because I took Ben's feedback well of like, hey, listen, that's not a goal. That's just that's a task. So we accomplished the task. The sign up was March 1st. Set it on my calendar. I signed up for 3 MGA events. We've got the Met Am Championship with my qualifiers July 18th. We've got the Publinks, which is kind of the main event for me. I qualified for the finals last year. I want to get back there. So that's a goal. We're going to the finals of Publinks this year.
Wait, is the goal to qualify or is the goal to actually attend the event that you qualify?
Both.
Yeah, you got any?
Okay.
Yeah.
You got any member guests signed up?
No member guests signed up. So this takes precedent because that last year I
desperately trying to keep the social calendar.
We're gonna block that one off, right?
I'm trying.
I didn't think I was gonna qualify last year, but I did. So that's an understandable mistake. So I'm qualifying for that on May 15th in some course over the Hudson in New York. I don't even know. And then I'm playing in the Long Island Mid-Am Championship at the Bridge in October 9th and 10th. And that is not a qualifier. I think I got
there will be no miracles here.
I think I got a pretty coveted spot there, but I think these space out pretty well around the year where it's like NLU Club Champ. Then I've got some MGA stuff. And then we get into like the big boy events with the Roost Club Championship, Long Island Mid-Am, and the NIT. So
where are you going to try to peak? That's the question, right? You got to pick a point in your schedule to try to peak for the majors.
I mean, all of them, man. We're gonna go out and ball out. That's it.
Like Tiger, 4 peaks a year.
That's right.
Yeah, I push back a little bit because I think my goal is when you force yourself to sign up for these things, and Sally, you've said this a lot. Like Ben, I've talked to you about this. You want to get better at golf? Go play like real competitive events where you have to hit cups. Like if we want to stay sharp in an efficient way, I think that's a way to do it. Now, maybe I'm going to find out that I could go the opposite way. I could shoot 95 at all these events, and that wouldn't be great. But let's see what happens first.
Hell yeah. Well, let me piggyback on that because I just signed up for a WSGA event myself, playing a 2-man event at Washington County Golf Course with my guy Steven Watson. Very pumped for that. I'm with you, Neil. I'm gonna try to hang up some scores and get in the cauldron a little bit. So pumped for that. I have a lot of kind of practice plans, right? I mentioned trying to take a couple lessons. That is definitely up, near the top of my list. But I think top goal, just like measure it. Did it happen? Did it not happen? I would really enjoy breaking 75 at my home course. It feels very attainable. Feels like I'm going to have to do a lot of practice, a lot of work to make that happen. But that's where I'm at. So, Solly, did your goal change to winning the NLU Club Championship after hearing Cody's?
No. It's, I mean, like if Haas comes out and says they want to win the the Formula One, like, yeah, does Red Bull change their plan? No.
God, what's the Haas owner's name that he's always yelling at?
Gene Haas.
This is bullshit.
And I will fix this.
I will fix this. Gunther got fired also. So. No, I want to qualify for the U.S. Mid-Am. I really, really, really do. I'm struggling to find a site that's going to work this year, but that is the number one goal. I think that's like like U.S. Am would be wild. Making out of U.S. Open locals would be really wild. Making out of qualify for the U.S. Am would be really wild. But like U.S. Mid-Am is doable, just like with an under par qualifying round, and I know I can do that. So that is my white whale, and that's my goal every year.
Where's the Mid-Am this year? Is it like Nantucket?
Kinloch.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Listen, I don't care where it is. I just want to play in it. I want to get there.
TC, what do you got?
Yeah, again, I'm going to push back on some of the haters in here who have said that signing up isn't a goal.
I want to sign up for the Mid-Am.
Because in order to sign up for the Mid-Am, I have to get my handicap back down to 2.4.
People
and
forget
I
that.
have, a couple months to do that, which means I have to go out and play. So that's a goal there in and of itself. So that's, and then I think something else. I want to make 5 birdies in a row. I don't think I've made 5 birdies in a row in a long time. I make 4 birdies in a row a couple times a year, I think, but I don't make 5 birdies in a row almost ever. So
couple times a year you make 4 birdies in a row.
Yeah.
Thank you, Solly.
Couple times a year.
Yeah.
Do these
Largely after lunch at the Vietnamese place.
Yeah.
All right.
Do these birdies
so
come?
I can think of twice last year when I shot my 65. I made 4 birdies in a row at one point during that. The year prior, I made 5 birdies in a row at a hoopy. And
those are half par holes. You keep using that when they have a bunch of half par holes.
5 birdies in a row.
Yeah.
This story's falling apart.
birdies.
This witness's story is falling apart under scrutiny.
Listen, 5 birdies in a row. I'm going to do it this year. Okay.
All right.
Did it 2 years ago.
Scorecard.
Keep us posted.
Hell, live stream
Are
us next
these-
time you get to 3, just so we can watch the drama unfold. I'll drop
Yeah,
everything.
you should have to
DC.
call the
First and
strap boys
foremost-
when you get
First
to
and foremost,
3.
I'm signing up for this stuff. I'm signing up. That's a goal, baby.
Hell
Mark
yeah.
that down. You write that down, Ben.
You make money
Okay.
off that.
Oh, believe me, I will.
I love it. Yeah, I would really love a video or a live stream or something. Especially if you get to 4. I mean, that I want to see every shot of that 5th hole. Randy, how many birdies in a row are you making?
Good question. I don't really measure my golf game like a lot of you guys do. So I think the goal that though really holds the most sway to me is having a scorecard devoid of double bogeys or worse this year. And I believe on the goals podcast, I wanted to maybe collect 5 such rounds this year. That goal to me lets me know that I'm playing good golf, nearest my abilities, and did not get any last year, got shut out. So this year that's where we're turning our attention. We want to play a lot of proper golf.
I feel like you should do like when people make the trophy cases for like trophies they haven't won yet. I feel like you should build like a shadow box or something you keep in your office with like 5 spaces in it where you can put those golf balls after you finish the round.
Like Kirk Cousins, right?
Date them
It's just
exactly.
the Super Bowl trophies I'm going to win.
The memory room.
Yeah, I would love that.
That's what I'm doing with the olds in my club. Dude. Every time I meet one of the olds, yeah,
just steals their shoes out of the locker room, puts it up on his wall.
That's where his birdie streak's coming from the senior tees.
Ben, you dropped out for a minute earlier, but what do you got? Top golf goal.
Yeah, let's see if we can get this in before I fall out again. Top golf goal 2024. I want to win a tournament, a real tournament on my own.
Love that.
Yeah. I've been lucky enough to win, some tournaments over the last couple of years, but they've all been with partners. It's been since 2018 since that boy right there came into my life. Club championship win. So I want to go out and I want to win an independent, golf tournament this year. A real one. Beating Solly was a great tournament for me, but that doesn't count. We want to win a real one with a full field.
He's already behind.
Wow.
He's like Solly's dead meat back there.
Yesterday's news. Yeah.
Next man up.
Love it.
Does the NLU Club Championship count as a tournament?
No pressure there.
Wow.
We're just gonna go play our game out there. That's I'm not even thinking about it.
All right.
So, question: are we gonna have a rules official?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Rob Jansen of the Wisconsin State Golf Association is going to be.
What tees are we playing? What's the length of the golf course?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to talk to the setup committee. I don't have the fact sheet on hand right now.
Will the trophy be a belt or a trophy?
It's a great question. These are all great questions.
Can I propose that it's a belt that then you can you can challenge people to it?
I think there's a match belt and I think there's a club championship trophy. I think they're two different things.
Yeah. Casey, what do you got? Top golf goal.
The top golf goal is under a 15 by the end of the year.
That's so
You
good.
On my route to getting to a 12 by the end of next year. So
I love it. You've got a 5-year plan.
Yeah, I do.
God, the summers are so hot in Vegas, though.
It's
Ball's
okay.
Ball's gonna be flying.
I'm going to Ireland this summer
true.
for the first time. So we'll play some golf out there. We're leaving Vegas when it's the hottest.
KVV, round us out.
10 lessons is my goal. I've already taken 1. Got 9 more to go.
All you gotta do is sign up, baby.
Exactly. Don't think that I haven't done that in the past, TC. Pay for 10 lessons, show up for 2, and then never go to the rest of them.
God, it's like that gym membership, man.
Exactly. Or signing up for Gankas's lessons, Dakota. You
True.
you don't log in, you don't have to ever think about
Gankus.
it. Not only sign up for 10 lessons, but go to all 10, make some real progress. Try to build a swing that I can actually be a little bit competitive with in at least amongst my mid 10 handicappers. I've fallen into a dark place and I'm ready to kind of dig myself out.
Hell yeah.
You got to stop digging when you fall in a hole.
All right, quick around the horn before the main event question, I think. So I'm going to do, what course are you actively trying to play in 2024? I appreciate whoever made this distinction on there. Just you're not just throwing out some random place that you might end up at. Where you actually, what do you got plans? What's realistic that you're actually going to get to? I can kick this one off. I know I'm definitely going to get to the Eagle Springs famous 9-holer, the famous kind of scruffy 9-holer, oldest course in Wisconsin. That's going to happen. TC, where are you going?
I want to play Oakmont. I've never played Oakmont.
I
want to play Oakmont.
KVV. That sounded like Lucas Glover. Never been. Want to.
I want to.
TC, that's the rare course I have played. I did play Oakmont way back when DJ won the US Open.
Congrats.
I want to play the old course. I have plans to play it in August. I'm going to go over there with one of my best friends on a golf trip. I think like a week-long zip through Scotland. And so that's tops of my list.
Fantastic. Casey,
And the castle while you're there too as well.
The castle, yeah. I think I'll knock out the castle just for old time's sake.
Unfinished business.
That one's on me.
Casey.
I think for me, moving out west, a lot of the California courses become a little easier to get to, and I want to actively try to play Pasatiempo this year after the all 18 holes are open again. So
good answer.
That's my domestic goal.
Randall.
Mine's I don't think anybody will have heard of it. It's called Pole Creek. It's an hour and 40 minutes outside Denver in Tabernash, Colorado. It's supposed to be a nice public 27-hole facility with wonderful mountain views and pretty well maintained throughout the year. So when I was thinking of courses I haven't played here in Colorado and actively trying to play this summer, that hits the top of the list, the nexus between those two things.
I love
The pole assassin.
That's right.
Solly.
The park down in West Palm. I really, really want to get there.
Yeah.
I want to film down there. It looks awesome. It's incredible from what I've heard, it's incredible what they've done there, and I've heard nothing but rave reviews about it. And I definitely want to check that out as a model for what golf can be with the right benefactors.
Neil, where are we headed?
Fisher's Island.
Get on the
Make
boat.
it happen this summer.
I love it. You got some wine
with baby in hand.
Yeah, baby's coming with.
That's one of the trips.
Potentially.
One of the trips.
Push stroller in between shots. Love it.
Cody.
You guys talk about this place a lot. It's on your list of top golf courses that you could play every single day, places that you dream of, whether it's been Tourist Sauce or your guys' trip last year covering the Walker Cup or any other time. I have yet to see or play North Barrick. I am very, very excited because me and the big guy, Women's Open this year at St. Andrews, going to take one of our open afternoons, scoot across. It's finally going to happen, and I'm really, really, really excited about it.
God, you're going to love it so much. That's a great one. Benjamin.
Yes, Sandhills. I got to get up there. Favorite state to play golf, Nebraska. I played a lot of stuff around there. See people all over my country club with Sandhills logos on, and I've never been. So I'm networking. I'm getting in people's ears and getting ready to get up to Mullen. I want to make that one happen.
Ben is open for business if anybody's looking to deal. All right, last one. This was my favorite question on here. The main event. If you could steal one thing from a member of this call's golf game, what would it be? And I asked you to be creative. Obviously, everybody would love to have Ben's club head speed. That's we can get more interesting than that. So, who wants to kick this one off?
Got to change my answer. Shit,
I could kick it off. I have one. Casey, I would love to have your bump and run game. I feel like it was something as a kid I was very good at, bumping an 8-iron, 7-iron, feeling very confident in that shot from,
Georgia Tech golf camp.
Yes. I learned it at Georgia Tech golf camp from a coach named Steve Jones, who was the Georgia State coach. And it was very simple and I was very good at it. And I think some of it might be ego. Some of it might be just like, I like the idea of chipping with one club and having the same interaction with that club. So I try to use the 58 as much as I can. And then when I try to go sometimes like once or twice around, like, oh no, I'm going to bump this one. I don't, I don't have any gauge of like what that, it's not that it's a bad shot. It's not dialed. And so some of it is just like committing to that. And every time I play with you and I see you make that play, I'm like, God, that's so tighty. Like I just needed, why don't I just do more of that? Like that's so simple and easy if you just commit to it. So playing the ball on the ground like that is something I admire about your game.
That's a good one. Casey, we got to go to you next then.
I need Ben's like confidence throughout the whole round. I start off good and then I'll make I don't know. Ben, you're always hyping me up. When I play with you, I always play better. So I need to figure out how to get the Ben voice like in my head, the whole time.
Ben, you got to start an app or something.
Yeah, I need you in Headspace app.
Well, which is funny because my answer would be KVV's confidence. I feel, that's going to sound a little weird. I understand, but based on his reactions after every shot, he thinks it's going to go in the hole every time. So I would like to feel that. So yeah, I've gotten a little too realistic with my game. I'd like to get into that space of thinking it's going to go in whenever I make contact.
KVV, what do you got?
I was going to say the big guy's demeanor, just, being at one with nature and like enjoying the moment and really not giving us really a big fuck about what the score is, or just the times when I am most enjoying golf is when I'm just having a good chat with friends and enjoying the walk. And so I'd like to be a little bit more like big guy this year and just, get out there and have a time, whatever. Not that good at golf, and that's not going to change at this point. So,
Randy, when was the last time you got really pissed on the golf course?
I get pissed. Yeah,
Yeah, he
KV,
does.
honestly, I need to be better at remembering that myself. I just get mad at myself when I feel like I should, be doing certain things better. I don't feel like I don't really get outwardly pissed. I try not to.
If you're looking for it, the abandoned club throw on number 11 fairway on Bandon Dunes is last time I remember the big guy losing it.
Yeah.
And then he found it.
And then he found it. He bottomed out there.
Yeah.
And ended up winning the season.
God.
Yeah.
I think Randy's superpower is expectation setting. He leaves those
true.
expectations super low. That's how I describe it, KVV. It's like, nah, man, I don't care. And then sometimes it's like, yeah, you really do, though. I can tell. But leaving those expectations down here it can be a good thing for the psyche.
Randy's also a momentum guy. Like once he gets the momentum going and starts hitting fairways, and especially if he's getting a shot or two, on a par 4, through a 5-hole stretch, it's really hard to beat because he's just, once he finds that slot, it's like automatic. It just keeps. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill.
He's the diaper god.
Well, I'll piggyback that. I number of different ways we could go. The two that I was going back and forth between, Cody, I really admire your shoulder turn and your ability to turn your body both on your backswing and then through the golf ball. But I think practically speaking, what would help my game the most is just the ability to hit fairway woods like I see my guy TC doing it time and time again. I feel like the consistency and the way you hit your 3-wood, even your driver off the deck, it just is like, damn, if I had that in my game, I feel like it would unlock some things. That's by far the weakest area. And so, TC, I feel like that's always an area where you're hitting your fairway woods just crisply, cleanly, accurately. And I would love to pilfer that.
TC, what do you got?
You know what? Mine, it's more just for entertainment's sake. I wish that I could see the shots that Neil sees, like when he hits the F15 ball off the 18th tee at Gearhart. Like I wish I could see what he's seeing in that instance.
Well, that would be that I was trying to hit that shot. It's I wouldn't say I was seeing anything. It's just happening. It's kind of just happening to me.
But I love the ability for you to be like, all right, I'm gonna hit the Tyler Durden ball here. It's like I'm gonna hit this as hard as I can. I think of certain moments like that where you're just, you decide to do it and then you just go do it. It's sick. And you fully commit to it. The results may not always bear themselves out.
No, they don't.
The commitment, but the level of commitment to that shot is sick. There's a spot in the Taurus Sauce season 9 that Neil just steps up. It's in the first episode. Neil just steps up. It's the most committed shot.
It was a great swing.
Just the result. The result is worth seeing.
It's insane. But he's just he's so process based. Like, man, I hit that so well.
Man, I did what I wanted to do. It's
exactly.
a decision error. It was
total
very
commitment.
much a decision error.
Oh man, Cody, let me set you up with mine because mine would be your tempo. I think Randy kind of even alluded to it with your shoulder turn. That's a big part of it. But God, my there's not a lot of moving parts in my golf swing, but my tempo is so fucking bad that I feel like just if I get 10% of that, I feel like my scores are coming off, or strokes are coming off my score. So that's gonna be something I'm gonna have to work on. What do you got?
Yeah, thanks, Steege. I think for a long time, I took overly aggressive lines when I would miss greens. Because I took an overly aggressive line, I would hit an aggressive chip or pitch back at the pin. And my biggest fear in the world is missing that fucking comeback putt, and I miss them all the time. All the time I miss them. I wish I had the confidence in Solly's putter. Like those little 10-foot and in putters, like, you know, it's automatically he's going to make it. It's center of the cup every single time. It's like he goes out, does his 2 practice swings, sets up, and you know it's going in the cup. I wish I had an ounce of that confidence that he has just to scrape him back in the cup because, man.
I still remember Huber saying, Solly, you have more like confidence on these 4 to 8 footers than anybody I've literally ever seen. Like professionals, whatever. Like you're willing this. I don't know how you do it, but you will them in.
I'm shaking my head because the next video that's probably posted to this channel is going to be the complete opposite of this. It's going to be so fucking comical.
Solly, I thought about that as well. The same thing these guys are saying, and I appreciate you taking us, into your process on the greens in the latest What's Burning at the Kill House that KVV published. I'm about on chapter 7 right now of your thought process, so I look forward.
I have follow-up questions, Randy. I literally took down notes.
The best part about that is that it's like a 200-word explanation, and then the last line is like, and then the last thing I think is just make it. I'm like, well, you fucking spent a half hour trying to set up the whole process. Why don't you just skip it? Just skip to the beginning or skip to the end.
I was really feeling it, and that was the day before things went very wrong for me, and I couldn't put a 2-footer in the hole.
It's all a simple 21-step process to make it a putt. What do you got? Finish it off.
Listen, a younger, more immature me would have gone to, Neil's speed, maybe Ben's driver. I never stand up on a tee in a tournament and I'm like, God, I wish I had 15 extra yards in me. I always stand up on the tee and wish I could thread drivers the way TC threads drivers. When he gets it going, it's just so many fairways in a row. And I just wish I had that like somewhat off, like that 2-seam fastball that, isn't the 4-seamer, but the 2-seamer that just kind of starts off the plate and moves down the middle. That's what I wish I could channel in tournaments. And I never feel trustworthy to like go to that under the gun. Like the more nervy I get, the harder I want to swing. And I just wish I had that shot that TC has.
You're here.
Right back at you, big dog. I wish I had that. I don't know what that means. Because I think your 2-iron shot goes. I feel like you do have that now, and it's that 2-iron shot where it's like that's going farther than my driver at this point. So.
All right. Well, we've come to the end of the agenda. I put it here at the end, just like open floor / fight club. I just, we've talked a lot about matches. I put, if anybody has any announcements, any closing business they want to make. Otherwise, there's an open forum. A lot of people talking shit. If anybody wants to challenge anybody to a match, either in this group or outside, please, you could feel free to, send one over the head of somebody, who might be listening. And anybody got any matches they want to put out into the universe?
Deej, we still need to beat Poosh and Neil's ass. Right. I mean, that got canceled. That was supposed to happen almost a couple years ago now at this point.
We got
to still keep track of that one. Plus, we were supposed to 5 of us were supposed to play Bacon and Max, 5 of us scramble versus those 2 scrambling. We kind of forgot about that. Listen, scheduling 4 people's schedules is hard these days. 7 might be impossible, but just don't want to forget about those 2.
I'm working on a little showdown with Ben, a little new father showdown for this, this May. Looking forward to that. I wouldn't say that's a challenge. It's more just we're gonna do it. I also would like to make an announcement, guys. I'm switching to the left dash.
Whoa!
Ooh. Wow!
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, we're gonna give it a try when I get back into the swing of things, and we're gonna go with that for a little while.
What's the
thought process?
Looking for something off the tee that's a little. I'm hearing that if I can get past my my human skull issues with the firmness of the golf ball, that it might be a better fit for my high spin situation.
That is interesting.
Could be crazy long.
So yes, more to come on that. That's something we can check in on in the Q2. God. Whatever. We'll talk about it
later. Listen, I want to beat Neil. Last time we played was at Bedford Springs. It still burns me. I just don't like losing to Neil. So we're gonna fire it up at some point, somewhere
for sure
this year.
Well, I have a question for the group. How long, but Ben obviously took me down at Royal Melbourne to claim the title as best player at NLU. What is like the reasonable, not like a re-challenge to a best of 3 immediately when you walk off the course? What's a reasonable amount of time to pass before you can re-challenge the belt is a question I'd like to pose.
That's a good question.
I feel like the club championship is kind of open forum.
Yeah, you might have a side match going
title.
on.
I think you should have to defend the title every 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah, once a quarter, right?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like it's an interesting wrinkle of this could be like, you can have your individual matches that lead up to it, but whoever wins club championship also gets the belt. Like that, you're also playing individual close to matches against everyone else, but you can have challenges for the belt throughout the course of the year, but it always is going to reset to whoever walks off with the club championship gets the belt as well.
I mean, what happens though? Like if you win the club championship, but Ben keeps beating your ass, or something like that.
Well, he would be at the club championship, and I would beat him.
No, but like head to head
after that,
stroke play and match play are two different.
Then he gets the belt back.
Then he gets the belt back. Yeah, he doesn't get the trophy.
Yeah.
What happens though? I think the more interesting is if you can't defend your title for a while. Like, let's say Neil wins the club championship, but it's like, yo, me and my baby going to Spain on these monthly trips, so like we can't really get back in time to.
That's
we're
not
going
what
to
we're doing.
Argentina
Monthly
for another
international.
wedding. Baby's racking up miles. He's diamond status now. Like,
it's kind of like boxing, man. Like if the promoters can't get a match set, it's the belt stays with the champ until.
But in boxing, if you don't defend the title in a certain amount of time, the title just goes up for grabs between the next two challengers.
I think it should be like a six you have to have had a match within 6 months. I think you can extend time periods for newly minted humans. I think that would extend Ben's window here.
Then let's call it a Pinehurst match is going to be a belt match, Ben.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean,
Ben has to
is that how this works?
I don't know.
Does
he accept?
I accept. Absolutely, I accept. But like, how does it? Because like, I think Cody could beat me on any given day. I think Tron could beat me on any given day. Is there like a rung, or is it just whoever plays the guy that currently holds the belt, then you win the belt?
I think that's what it has to be.
Yeah,
but it will reset at every club championship,
and it's got to be the belt has to be a no strokes thing. I would think, right?
Oh, forever, yes.
Yeah.
Do the matches have to be on camera, though? Let's say you just meet up with 2 people and play each other, and then
Good question.
somebody.
I think that would be the preference, but I don't want to let belt matches kind of.
Camera feels essential.
Yeah,
it's a different layer to it.
All right, well, listen, that one's going to be on camera. That'll be your next belt match.
Yeah,
Neil versus Ben. I'm gonna just file with the courts. I'm gonna beat Pooch's ass at Bandit too. Just watch this.
I think we're all good. I think that's kind of a standing, standing bet. We're all gonna beat Pooch's ass.
All right. Anything else to touch on? Thank you all for coming to my house meeting.
See you next quarter.
We'll play better. Yeah, we'll play better. We're all gonna have good stuff to report next.
Sign up for those. Sign up, guys. You just gotta sign up. Okay.
Gotta get that handicap down.
80% of the battle.